Right. So in this little stretch of road, I think we have enough space to be able to get into second gear. A lot of people ask, okay, so when's it good to shift to second? Should I just shift into second after I use the first gear and I let off the clutch? Well, pretty much not necessarily. You ideally want to get your revs all the way up as close to you can to the red line. I don't want to say that to scare people, but you don't want to shift too early. Your engine won't like you shifting down here in the lower RPMs. Let me show you what I mean by RPMs and all this kind of stuff when we just go to first gear. And I'm going to give it gas this time to demonstrate it, because we won't be able to get your RPMs up by just using the clutch to power the bike. So let's do that now. I'm going to let out the clutch. I'm going to give it some gas. And you see how this little bar is going up? I'm going to turn real quick, but you can see that in order for you to start shifting up into second gear, before you do that, you're going to need to get those revs higher, much, much, much higher. Now, in the space that we had, we weren't able to do it. So I'm going to go on this long stretch of road here, and then I'm going to show you when it's appropriate to even shift to second. Because if you're just starting out, you probably don't even need to shift to second gear until you get into a big road where you can use that power. So here we go. I'm going to show you. Give it enough gas. I'm going to shift right about here. And the process is still the same, just like when we put the bike in the first gear. Did you guys catch that? I'm not sure if you guys caught it or not, but what you do when you're shifting gears, I'm going to come over here to this spot. I think I'm going to have a little bit more space here. Ooh, almost had some gravel there. All right, so I got plenty of stretch right here. So how do you shift out from first to second to third and keep on going? Like, what's the process? What do you do? So what you have to do when you get your bike's RPMs, when you get up to a certain speed, I want to say for me, I'd probably do it between 7,000 and 8,000. If I'm just chilling, I'm cruising, I'm not trying to race nobody or anything, I'll probably shift about maybe 7,000 to 8,000 RPMs. Now the question is, I don't look for that every time I shift them when I ride, because I'm looking at the road. So again, you have to know this stuff by feel. You have to feel the engine. You have to get used to riding your bike. But when you do shift, the process is very simple. I'm going to explain it to you before I actually do it. So here's the process that you want to remember when shifting from out of first into second, third, and so on and so forth as you increase your speed. Because you only need to shift up gears when you're increasing your speed and your bike's not giving you any more power. If you're riding on the street, you got the throttle open, you're trying to go faster, but the bike won't go, that means it's time for you to shift up to a different gear. And you have to know based off your bike when that's time. So in our case, just to show you the process, when you get to a point where you cannot accelerate anymore, you're losing power, you need to shift gears. You want to slowly, again when the throttle's on, slowly roll off the throttle, so whereas you're not giving it any gas, squeeze in the clutch lever, shift into the next gear. So in our case, we're going to shift up. It's not going to work now since I'm going so slow, so I'm not moving. In our case, we'll shift up to go into the next gear. We're going to shift up to go to the next gear. We're going to release the clutch and then go slowly back on the gas and roll back on. That's the process. So again, close the throttle, squeeze the clutch, shift up to the next gear, release the clutch slowly, and then open the throttle back up to go faster. Now, I'm going to go through and show you this process because it sounds like a lot, but when you actually get used to doing it, the process is very simple. So I'm going to go through that process right now and show you exactly what to do. I'm going to keep my RPMs low so that way I don't like go crazy out here because you know what I'm on. And we'll make it very simple. Let's do it right now. So we're going to get in first. Again, we're just going to go in a straight line, very simple. And I'm going to focus on my throttle hand right here. That's what I'm going to focus on, my throttle hand, so you can see what it's doing. Let's go. See that? I did it super slow to show you what I mean. I wanted you to see the process, so I went super slow for you. Watch this dip. So I'm going to do it again for you real quick. I went super slow. I didn't do it super smooth like, but I did it slow enough so you can kind of follow what I'm doing. So we're going to do it again real quick. We're going to do through everything super slow. Again, super slow. The trick is to, if you're on the throttle like I am right now, you roll off of it, squeeze in the clutch, shift up in the gear, release the clutch slowly, get back on the gas. It's kind of a, little thing like this here, but trust me, the more you do it, the more easy it'll come to you. So we're gonna try it again. I'm gonna do it in slow motion for you. So I'm ready to shift up. I go off the throttle, I grab the clutch, I move up to the next gear, I release the clutch, and I go back on the gas. Just like that. Don't think that whenever you pull the clutch in that the bike is gonna start slowing down like really, really fast. The bike's gonna coast as if it's not in gear. So I'm gonna do it this time in real time like how I normally do it. I'm just gonna keep on going. I'm in third. I can go to fourth if I want it. I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna shift down now. And I can keep the clutch lever in as I shift down through gears. You see what I mean? You can do that too if you're in a quick rush. But ideally, you want to get into the habit of shifting and matching your revs. And that's something we'll talk about in the next video. But pretty much, this is all I want to share with you for this video, guys. Being able to get the bike into first, getting comfortable with moving in a straight line, getting comfortable with changing gears. It's not as difficult as you think. With practice, it will come easy to you. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this video was helpful? If you did like it, please leave a like. Comment if you think that there's things I can do differently. I'll see you guys later. 602 out.